that's all the oak. We've got it all wrapped up. Guys, enjoy today's video. It's just getting this oak wrapped up here at this job. We're going to try to get rid of it tomorrow, the oak. Then hopefully Thursday we can cut a little job of walnut we got. It's kind of a, with the weather this week, because it's wet here on this job. With the weather this week, it's messed our whole week up. Of course, we got the Expo Saturday. Come out to the Expo. I hope to see a lot of you guys at the Expo down there at Wapapella. It's close to Poplar Bluff. We're staying at Poplar Bluff Friday night. We're like 15, 20 minutes away staying at Poplar Bluff. Come on, come hang out Saturday. It'll be a lot of fun. Be down there with Timber Tracker and Logger Thread, so come check all that out. Should be a good time. First Expo of the year. We're pretty excited. So, yeah, like I said, come hang out with us for the day. Yeah, tomorrow we'll unload this oak. I'll get it all stacked up where it can be loaded out. I'm pretty sure I've busted my 10,000 feet mark on this, and I'm pretty sure I got a little more than that, which is good, So, that's it, man. Just hope you guys enjoy the video. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Always subscribe. Get all these awesome videos. Follow us on all of our social outlets. Turner Logging LLC at Instagram and Facebook. Timber Tracker at timbertracker.net, Instagram, Facebook. You can download the free Timber Tracker app, and Logger Threads, Instagram, Facebook, and loggerthreads.com. That's LOGGR threads.com. No E in Logger Threads. So, that's it for today. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. It's Taco Tuesday. I'm ready for some tacos. Guys, we'll see you later. Have a good night. As soon as you get to the job site, my new buddy here pulls up to greet me. Yes. But you're not. Well, come here. Come here. I bet this guy's pretty ornery. He's a playful devil. That's all he wants to do is play, and he follows the skidder around. There you go. There you go. We got some rain yesterday. That's why we didn't make a video, and I come over here wanting to try to get all the cutting done and finish this job up, but to be quite honest, I had trouble getting in the gate. I might have a heck of a time getting out of here. It was already kind of soft and spongy on this hillside. We definitely didn't need that rain to make things any worse, but I really hate to go another day without doing something and working. So, what are you doing there? Huh? Ornery devil. So I wanted to come over and at least try to do some cutting. And the bad thing is I ain't going to be able to drive my truck around to do the cutting, so I'm going to have to drive the skidder because I ain't lugging the saw from way down there to cut a few more trees to way back up in this timber to finish the cutting. So we're going to drive the skidder around. Hopefully, yeah, hopefully, listen to me, hopefully we won't tear up the ground too much. I know we're going to make some tracks, but hopefully we can pack it back down with the skid steer. So keeping an eye on that guy. So we're going to go down here and cut a few more of these big oak along this little, along the railroad track, back to the side of the railroad track. We're going to cut that tall walnut there, you see. And that great big post oak top there, we're going to knock that guy down today. And I think pretty much everything we have left is right back behind us here in this little patch of timber, which there isn't a lot in there, but we're going to get all we can while we're here. So like I said, I really want to get 10,000 feet of this stuff out, which I don't think I'll have any trouble doing it because some of these logs are pretty good size. So we've already got a pretty good jump on the footage. So we'll get geared up. Uh-oh, it's playtime. I knew that's what he was looking for. Come here. Come here. He don't want to give it to you either. Come here. Come here. But once, look at him. You can just tell he's a smart dog. Ornery devil. But yeah, anyway, we're gonna go over here and fill saw up gas and oil. I think we're sharp and ready to go. Put the hard hat and chaps on, and it's a little brisk today. Got a little bit of north wind, so I'm gonna put my stocking cap on. And we're gonna go to work before we spend the rest of the day playing, because my dog is getting to the age where she don't want to play these fun games anymore, and I kind of miss having a dog like that wants to play. So let's get to doing something. I don't have kids, but I can imagine this would probably be what it's like if you did. He's been over there bugging me while I've been trying to get ready to go to work to play, and now he's laying back there pouting because I won't play. Now he's following me on the skitter. That's wind. That is wind. I hate that. I always think cutting logs in times like this, it's a fine line, you know. You want to be productive, you got to be productive so you can keep going and get to your next client, but at the same time, you don't want to track the place up and leave a mess. He's creeping along behind me. Go down here. That's a pretty good walnut tree there. I'm glad she let me cut that. We'll go down here and see if we can chew a few more of these red oak down. I really hate to cut too many more of them just because I don't want to make a mess of that right there along the road. There's really several in there that can be cut, but like I said, I just hate to ransack the place. Seems to be a little more firm down here, the ground does. Snaking along there behind me. We'll come down here and cut a few of these real quick. Now in the last week, I've gotten some really good news about our oak markets here, and my oak markets have kind of opened back up a little bit, so I'm cutting a little more oak than I normally cut. Well, on this job anyway. I can actually, with the markets the way they are here right now, I can actually afford to kind of spend a little time and cut smoke, especially this post oak. As long as this stuff's clean, it's doing pretty good right now. So I'm going through here trying to, I'm not cutting all the post oak, but I'm trying to go through here and cut some of the better, bigger stuff, and even some of the stuff that's just got a little size to it, something where you can get in the footage fairly quick. I'm about through this little patch right here. I've got one more there to get, and one hung up there I got to pull down, and there might be one, maybe two more right here I'm going to cut. Then I'm going to go over here to this other little patch and we'll get it cleaned up, and that'll have the oak wrapped up on this job. That'll have us wrapped up. We're going to try to unload all these tomorrow morning, the oak and stuff. So it's a little soft in here in the timber. We're getting around, but it's a little soft. So we'll get this guy lopped up. We'll go pick his buddy up wherever I drop him off, or I don't guess I have. I guess we'll take that one with us. We'll take these out to the deck. This is exactly why I never get to eat anything at home. They always know when you're eating something. I had to run into town and get some diesel fuel, some chasaw gas. You always know when there's food around, don't you? Huh? Come on. He's a pretty good boy. He about got smashed earlier. Of course, I'm never looking for dogs or anything running around when I'm cutting trees, and I just clipped the back side of this tree, the spur, to let it fall. And luckily when it was falling, I yelled at him, and of course I guess he could sense it was coming. He was moving pretty fast. Weren't you, old boy? Huh? Come on, hop up here. Come on. Oh boy. Most days I'd much rather see and deal with dogs than I would people. At least they're always happy to see you. The pile's growing. We're gonna finish our lunch break here, me and this guy, because I'd say he'll probably eat most of what I got. Then we're gonna go try to get a few more cut on that back side over there, and then we're gonna start bucking and try to get them laid out. Got a north wind blowing, starting to pick up a little bit, which ain't gonna hurt because it needs to kind of dry things out. But it's cool. It's a cool day, nice day to be cutting, nice spring day to cut timber. Hopefully we can get this deal wrapped up this afternoon and get ready to go to the next one. Right? You going? Hmm? There really isn't too much oak up in here that's worth cutting. Most of it's just bad, or it leans back towards the fence. The better trees that I would call the better trees in this area all lean back towards fences. This is right up here in the very corner of the property. I've cut 5 or 6 up here. Now that big devil you see there, I think that guy tried to kill me a couple times. First of all, when it was falling, it threw a limb back at me. Just about clobbered me. Then when I was working the top up, another one of his limbs tried to spring back and get me. Something tells me he just didn't want to die today. It's kind of when I wish I was wearing my harvester shirt. Let him know what's up. A lot of these oak are dead, starting to die. And just like that post oak there, it's terrible the whole way up, full of knots. And a lot of this oak's young. A lot of it's young and it needs to grow yet. And you got another dead one there. Of course, I pushed that and it fell, and somebody had worked the top up years and years ago. But a lot of this oak, it needs to grow yet. So we'll just go through here and thin out some of these bigger ones. Let these little guys grow. Maybe down the road there'll be something. We get these last few out, we'll get back out on the deck. We'll try to start working these up. Little black oak. Black oak. Now Dad's not with me today. I think he had to take his girlfriend to the doctor. But when I'm working by myself cutting oak timber, I try to set kind of a goal, what I think I need to get out every day, what I need to cut and drag out. And in timber like this, cut and drag by myself, 8,000 feet's really, I think it's a good number to shoot for. That's not overworking myself. That's not out there just trying to kill myself to get it out. And then once I'm out there, once I get it out, I've got time to work some of them up. So, and I'd say that's probably about what I've cut and drug out today is 8,000 feet total, because a lot of these trees, they've got some size to them. And for Missouri, they've got a little height. These are probably anywhere from, well, except for that old big thing there, which I just cut it for the footage. But most of these are running anywhere from 22 to 30 feet a tree of running log in them, which I'm trying to keep them up in the diameter. That way I can, rack up the footage, because when you're cutting like this, you really got to watch what you're doing to make it all worthwhile. You need to cut trees where you're going to get your footage, or you need to cut trees that are going to have quality and bring money. Because if you're cutting small trees that don't have footage and don't have quality, you're just wasting your time and the landowner's time both. Because you can't work for nothing. You can't come out here, and I sure don't need any practice, but you can't come out here and run a skidder and run a chainsaw, spend your time and work for nothing. You got to make some money. And a lot of times that's what people don't understand. I don't do this for my health. I do this for a career and a living. I try to do the best job I can, but you've got to make a living, so you've really got to pay attention when you're cutting this oak timber. What to cut, the quality, it's all got to add up. It's all got to even out in the end. So let's get out these guys, start working some logs. Oh, I picked up the saw. I better turn the camera off. He's been waiting here at my truck, laying back behind it, just to play fetch. Hey, come here. Come on, I'm not going to chase you. You better come here. Come here. That's all he wants to do is play. Oh, that's a bad throw. And he wants you to chase you. Wants you to chase him. Well, that's all the oak. Some of it cut ornery, kind of like I figured it would. Some of it didn't cut too bad. The wind's really picking up here. Even a little one that I missed. Wind is really picking up, my gosh. I don't think we'll have any trouble getting 10,000 feet. I don't think so at all. Sure don't. Look at this guy. Come on, drop it. Ouse. Dumb dog. At least Tipsy knows German. Come on. Come on. Come on. And the lone white oak on the job. Yeah, I think we'll get 10,000 pretty easy. I think we'll be over 10, to be honest with you. I think we'll be over 10. I got some of them bucked up. I'm going to go ahead and try to get them laid out. Then tomorrow morning we're going to buck the rest of them and put the wraps on this job. Right? Huh? You ornery devil. I'm not going to chase you. You better give it here.